Hi guys. Yes, I am in my shower because it's a little hot today in Subaru Studios. It's about 85 degrees in LA. So summer is officially here, and that means that I've got to kind of figure out some alternate arrangements for videos because normally I film videos in my car with all the windows rolled up. And in the wintertime, that wasn't really a problem, at least before 1 p.m. And so now I have a bunch of roommates, and this is kind of the only place where I can have any privacy besides my car. So, you know what? Okay, we're good. So this is kind of the only place I can really get privacy, and maybe when one day when I'm rich and famous, right, then we won't have that problem. But for now, we've got to kind of improvise here. So, basically, I want to kind of throw out a hypothetical question to everybody. Um, who decided what is and is not appropriate behavior in the workplace? Because I certainly wasn't at that meeting. It feels like everybody sort of agreed on this kind of unwritten set of rules for what you can and can't say, what you can and can't do. And we all sort of think that way because we were raised to believe those things and we were taught that certain things are wrong. But we never really sat down and thought about why. Why do we think that certain things are? I'm trying to be very careful because, like I said a couple of times earlier, YouTube, I signed up for the YouTube monetization and they're really strict with what you can and can't say in videos. So I think half my videos got demonetized right off the bat because I said the F word or something. I don't even know if I can say the F word in a video because we all, we live in a society that revolves around what the advertisers want, right? And pretty soon we're going to realize that advertising doesn't even work. And then the bubble is going to pop and it's going to make the 2008 recession look like a carnival, a church carnival. Anyway, like I said, I gotta be careful how I explain this. You probably saw the video a couple days ago where I talked about a patient using certain terms that some people had a problem with. Again, I don't think people really think about why they have a problem with people saying certain things. I think they just say that they have a problem with it because society tells them that's the correct opinion they should have, right? And I have a very, what I like to call a high contrast personality. So when I say and do things, it's at 100%. It's very saturated. All my colors are very saturated. So I just go for it. And my friends always tell me, you don't really speak English, you speak Danglish. Because I say and do certain things that when you get to know me, then you kind of understand what I mean by them. But out of context, if you don't know me, they can be a little shocking because you don't speak Danglish. So that's, with all that said, I don't think that it was anybody on the YouTube that did this. I don't think it was anybody in the Discord. Certainly not anybody on the Patreon. I have a feeling that somebody on Twitter basically doxed this patient and sent them that video. And before say that they're Superman, I really think that the person was not acting altruistically, which means they didn't have good intentions at heart. Because a lot of people on Twitter, for some reason, more so than any other platform, I think because Twitter users are a lot more bitter and a lot more lonely, and really, when they see someone who's well adjusted and well liked and funny and attractive and charismatic, that reminds them of what a loser they are. So they get really mad at people like that. So people hate me on there. They hate me. A lot of people like me, but that means that the people who hate me even more because they see everybody else like me. And they also kind of ascribe certain intentions to me that I don't necessarily agree with. I've never said that I was a comedian. I've never said that I was rage bait. I think I've talked about how much I hate that word a couple times on here. I just, this is kind of tangential. I can talk about that stuff in another video, but basically people on Twitter really don't like me. And so I think somebody on Twitter found that video and got in touch with the patient and showed them the video. And I don't think they were doing it because they care about, doctor-patient confidentiality or whatever it is. They just wanted any excuse to take me down, So I think that if the patient hadn't seen this video, and this is important, if the patient hadn't seen the video with the interpretation that the bad faith actor on Twitter filled their head with, then we would not have any problem at all because all of our sessions were going great. We were making really good progress. Now that I think about it, I do think there were a couple things that maybe, again, if you don't speak Danglish, that maybe you would not. But I don't think it was anything bad enough that it would have been grounds for, the way that they're reacting right now, which is basically that this patient is freaking out and, trying to cause a ruckus in the chicken coop. The good news is that I don't really have a boss. I work for myself. I'm a private practitioner. So there's nobody who can really fire me. The only things I have to worry about are word getting out that I'm a bad therapist, which, I think that ship has kind of sailed. But again, there's no such thing as bad publicity, especially these days. So the more people that find out about me in that way, that's kind of good for me. Go look at all of my posts in the comments when people say, are you available for an appointment? This is the kind of therapist I need. This is the kind of therapist I want. Sorry, psychotherapist. I'm not, because I don't have a license anymore. I lost my license last year. I'm not allowed to say that I'm a therapist. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes. So my point here is that my whole philosophy is that I'm trying to give a new perspective to therapy and make people see mental health workers in a new light. And some people don't agree with that because they like to sort of stick to the status quo. But to the people who do understand what I'm going for and do speak Danglish and see my intentions for what they are, thank you. Because I'm not indestructible. Sometimes I read things that people say about me and it just hurts my feelings, So it's nice to know that I have people's support out there, and especially when everybody and their grandma, it seems like, is hell-bent on interpreting everything I do and say in the worst possible light, and then getting a lynch mob together to try to, I can't say what I want to say because of the YouTube monetization. Anyway, I guess that's it. I should probably get out of here so that my roommates can use the restroom. So I don't know how ideal this setup is. I don't know how much I really like it. It's a little echoey. So I'll try to think of something else. But for the summer months, anyway, yeah, thanks. Have a good day.